In today's video, we're going to talk about the best value in luxury South Tyler real estate. Let's get into it. As always, thanks for checking out our channel. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button so you get notifications for all of our newest videos as they drop. We want to also remind you that we are your friend in real estate. So if you've got questions about making a move to East Texas, we would love to be a resource for you. We help families every day making a move to East Texas. All right, so the neighborhood we're going to talk about today is Crowne Point Estates 2. It's a gated community with 20 total lots built and developed by Chris Cooper. You're going to have homes in the low 500s up to the mid 600s. Now, its location is really good as well. You're going to be about 6 minutes to Fresh. You're going to be about 10 minutes to Broadway Square Mall and about 12 minutes to Village at Cumberland Park. So you're going to be less than 15 minutes to all of South Tyler's amenities, restaurants, shopping, and things like that. If you want to go downtown, you're going to be about 18 minutes, and then you're going to be about 19 minutes to get to the hospitals if you work there. Now, the three schools that Crowne Point Estates are zoned to are Owens Elementary, which is literally just a few minutes away. It received a B rating from the Texas ratings that they give out to schools every year. The most recent one, though, is from 23 to 24. Newer ones will continue to kind of roll out. It's also zoned to Three Lakes Middle School, which also received a B rating, but it was named Tyler's Best Middle School by the Tyler Morning Telegraph. And it's also going to be zoned to Legacy High School, which was also named Tyler's Best High School. All right, we're at 16511 Cooper Way here in Crowne Point Estates 2. You've got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, 2,730 square feet on over half an acre. Let's go take a look. Now in this half, you've got another 3 bedrooms. You've basically got an in-law suite with its own bathroom, and then kind of another 2 bedrooms with one of them kind of having private access to the bathroom. All right, so immediately when you walk in, you notice the high ceilings, which make it feel much bigger and more grand as you come in. You've got a vaulted living room. The dining room is obviously right there as you come in, and it connects to the kitchen. Let's look at everything here. So coming in from the entryway, as you can see, you've got a very large dining room. You've got really great light fixtures. You've got a nice accent wall. It just provides a little bit of contrast and makes it very nice. I do like the subtleness of the finish. The very light colors in here makes it feel very bright. Again, unique fixtures and molding and things like that just make this a much higher end home. And especially at this price point with this lot is a really good deal. You've got a massive kitchen, tons of storage. As you can see, you've got double ovens. And then one of the nicer features of this kitchen is this whole wall of cabinets and counter space overlooking the great backyard. Big sink and massive island with tons of storage. Now working back through the kitchen, we'll go through the mud room and look at this part. So you've got a nice mud bench here. Huge walk-in pantry just behind the kitchen. Tons of shelving and storage. Decent sized laundry room, not huge, but it is done well with the tile and that sort of thing in here. And as we walk back through the kitchen to the other side, we've got the master suite. And this is just a simple detail. A lot of times in spec homes you won't see this, but just having an accent wall with a different color paint just gives it, like we said, a little bit more contrast. Get a nicer ceiling fan fixture here. And the master bath is actually really great. You've got double vanities here. I do kind of like these rectangle windows. You've got a chandelier in here with a really cool tub. And they've kind of got this distressed wood look tile in a hexagon shape, which is kind of neat. You've got a really big shower. Much bigger than, you know, what you're typically gonna find. And then you've also got this makeup vanity here. You got the powder room and this massive closet. And then another little detail, you know, I like about these, just putting nicer fixtures in the closet just kind of brings up the touch just a little bit. So coming through the hallway here to the right, you've got bedroom number 1. Pretty good size, I would say bigger than normal, probably 10 by 12, maybe 12 by 12. You got built-in storage in the closet. And in this bedroom, similar size, but you have access from the bedroom to the bathroom, which is great. And I do just really like the subtleness of the finishes. You know, the round mirror and the simple lighting. And you've got a tiled shower. And then you've got access to this bathroom from the hallway here. You get everything kind of uniform with the circle mirrors in here. And you have this guest suite, which is definitely bigger. I'm gonna guess this room is probably 12 by 14 or something like that. So it's a good size space. And it also has its own private bathroom, which is great. And then you've got the guest closet through the bathroom. And then you've got a fully tiled shower in here. And this is a color I actually haven't seen a lot, but I do really like. It's kind of like a clay red brown. So in this half of the house, you've got the additional 3 bedrooms. Now, definitely the best value in this home is the lot. When you're paying this price per square foot in, say, Oak Creek or other newer neighborhoods, you typically get a pretty small backyard, but that's definitely not the case here. So as you can see, you got a massive half-acre lot overlooking beautiful, you know, trees. Tons of space for a pool, kids to run around. And the fact that it's so flat and almost entirely usable just makes this really incredible. And you get to keep this really big tree on your property, which is, you know, not very typical in a lot of new construction neighborhoods. Now, additionally, it does have a good outdoor porch. One of the things I like about this one is they did finish the ceiling and just painted it black to kind of match the siding. Just another thoughtful feature, I think, for this house, which is really, really nice. And like I said, this is a good sized patio space. You can sit back here, overlook the big backyard, and it's really super close, but feels, you know, very quiet and peaceful. And being a smaller neighborhood with 20 lots, you're not gonna have a ton of traffic or neighbors or things like that. We're at 16519 Cooper Way, 2,724 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 3 baths. Let's go take a look. All right, so this one is basically a mirror of the first house. You're gonna see the finishes are a little bit different. I think the guest rooms may in fact be a little bit bigger despite the smaller square footage. The living room may be a hair smaller, but it's all very close and very similar. I think the dining room is actually bigger too, but let's take a look. All right, so as you walk in the front, you do have this massive area, so you can obviously fit a huge table. This is a huge room. Again, you've got nicer finishes with the lamps. You've got the vault here as you come in the entryway. Nice gold brass pieces. Then from the living room, you've got a really big space too. The fireplace is not positioned in the middle, but in the corner. So it gives you a little bit of flexibility with your furniture and how you want to lay that out as well. Open concept here. You've got the green cabinets, just giving it a little bit more color and a little bit more contrast throughout. You do have the built-in Sub-Zero type fridge and freezer here, lots of counter space. I do like this backsplash here. Single oven on this one. And you got a secondary like eat-in kitchen here. All right, so just behind the kitchen, you've got the pantry and the laundry room. You do lose your mud room, but wait till you see the laundry room. So again, huge pantry there, a massive laundry area here, a lot more counter space. Another storage closet right there. So good size space. And then as we work back through the kitchen into the master, I do really like this flooring. The white makes it very light and bright in here. It's a good sized room. And then the bathroom setup is going to be very similar, or it's actually identical as the other one, but just different finishes. Here, you got the brass, rectangle mirrors, really cool tub. And I do like this tile, this kind of marble look to it. I guess it maybe could be marble tile. Same shower. You got a cool little marble tile. Type floor. Got the same makeup stand here. And again, a massive closet. Some more nice touches on the light fixtures. All right, now moving back across the house, you've got the other 3 bedrooms with the 2 baths set up just like the other one with a full guest suite and then kind of a Jack and Jill setup on the other. So as we move through, I will say these bedrooms to me feel a decent bit bigger. Got a little bit more depth to them. And again, you've got the nice private bath connection here. Toilet, you've got kind of a gray subway tile with the brass fixtures. Here. Seat for guests, access through the hallway. And you got the in-law suite with guest bathroom, white and brass, and then you've got a black tiled shower. All right, so one of the things that I think makes this house better is the patio. It's actually a lot bigger, and you got a built-in outdoor fireplace. Kind of the way it's all set up, you could have furniture arranged here, you could have a cooking area over here, but you've got a good bit of concrete space out here that will allow you to very easily entertain a lot of guests while still sitting under the covered area. And I think this lot is probably the same width as the other one, but for whatever reason it feels wider. It may not be, but maybe just to the eye it is. But again, this is an incredible yard. You just don't see this type of yard in a new construction home, especially with this finish and at this price. And this is why, to me, this is really one of the best values I've seen in a while. Just for the house, the finish, the lot, the location makes this place really, really special. Now the price point of Crowne Point Estates 2 is going to be somewhere around the 230s and will probably go up over time to be in the 240s to 250s a square foot. However, these are going to be situated on half-acre lots and going to have higher end design than some of the other stuff that you'll see in the lesser 200s. But the value that you're paying for that are going to be the equivalent of similar homes that are going to be 240 to 250 a square foot. So Crowne Point Estates 2 offers really a lot of value for what you're getting in terms of yards, most of which all are flat, and they're a half acre. But you're also going to have higher end finishes and designs inside. I hope you found this video insightful. If you liked it, give us a like, leave us a comment, and let us know what you think about Crowne Point Estates. Again, we want to remind you to subscribe to the channel. That way you are notified of all of our newest videos. And if you have any questions about real estate, please don't hesitate to reach out. We would love to be a resource for you in making East Texas your home.